So with our ceviche fish, we're going to cut it quite small. So this is my herring kale. I caught it yesterday. I don't have any footage of filling it, unfortunately. I didn't think about filming that. Now what we're going to do, chunks about yay size. Nice. What we want is we want them a nice small size, easy to pick up with a chip. And if you get the odd scale because you were tired, just ditch that. Yep, the scales in the ceviche. So yeah, cutting up our fish. I'm probably going to fast forward this, aren't I? Yeah, herring kale, it gets a bit of a bad rap, but I quite like it. I think it's a great ceviche fish. It's got a nice firm flesh. You can see it's nice and white. I'll bring a bit of this up. You can look, it's just, it doesn't fall apart. It's just really good for ceviche. Nice firm. And these little daggers, just trim them up. Remember, we are going to have this with some chilies. We'll just cut these lemons in half. Make sure they're really cool and nice with these guys. So I got this. This is just a shaker, quite a nice one. You can just squeeze straight in there. It's good for cocktails. So we don't want a cocktail right now. Maybe we do. We're just going to squeeze up these lemons. So I'm using 2 lemons and I'll use 3 limes today. So usually I'll try to go about 50-50, 1 lemon for 1 lime. You can use your own ratio with this. So I think this is a really great recipe. A lot of people are a bit scared of eating raw fish or barely cooked fish. And so if you're not quite going to go the whole hog and go sashimi, ceviche is a really nice intro to eating raw fish. Our 3 limes. Can't go wrong with limes, so it's sweeter than lemon. Anyone that knows me knows that I absolutely love limes. See, plenty of beautiful juice in there. I'm just going to pour that straight onto our fish. So that citrus will actually cook the fish. So if you're a little bit scared of having uncooked fish, it's going to be cooked. Actually, I'll do some shallots next. So shallots or spring onions, whatever you want to call them. Pretty damn tasty, I reckon. I'll go for 3 of these. So I'm going to use most of these shallots. We're going to go fair down the green. Some recipes I'll just use the whites down the bottom. Some I will use predominantly the tops. Something I didn't show before, but I'll grab a couple of these. They're just a bit small. Avocados. Can't go wrong with a bit of avo. Really, this is going to go to mush it. This is pretty soft, so I don't need to cut it, but I'm doing it anyway. Let's cut up some tomatoes now. Just got some cherry tomatoes, nice and easy. I'll chop them in half and just chop them straight in. I might actually off to a nice serrated one. These tomatoes. You can cut them finer if you wanted to as well. Entirely up to you how much time you want to invest in making your ceviche. Another thing you're going to want is all these ingredients are nice and fresh. So the fish was caught yesterday. I probably wouldn't go to the shops and grab a random Woolies fish with the intention of making a ceviche out of it. But if you're catching your own fish, then you do want to try some new recipes. This is definitely a goer. You could even, you didn't make this on a boat, with like the first fish you get. Maybe not as many ingredients as we're using here, but just some citrus, maybe a bit of onion, could be just regular onion or the spring onion. Maybe a couple of tomatoes, maybe not as much as this. I think I've actually, might stop on the tomatoes, I think we're going a bit over a little bit. Chillies, I'll probably just use one of these as well, because I tend to find that when you're eating stuff that's a bit liquidy, chilli can be a lot hotter than you intend. So that's just a simple red chilli there. Capsicum, not going to use too much of this because I've got so much tomatoes in there. Just get that in like that. Not twice as much as that. And I'll cut that nice and fine. Nice bit of flavour to it. So we're looking pretty good. I'm going to chuck some oils in. So a bit of olive oil, that's always good. Sesame oil, great stuff. This stuff is, I think once you have it, it's quite easy to convert it over. It's good stuff. Bit of chili oil. This stuff is pretty hot, and I do have a chili there, so I'll probably just use 2 pumps of that. So this is just some stuff I got from a burrito. This is good. I'm just going to use a bit of Tex-Mex taco spice. Just add a bit of that Mexican flavour to it. And of course coriander. So I know there's a bit of a debate about whether you like this stuff or not, but it's epic in a ceviche. Can't go wrong with it, I reckon. Oh, smell that. You can't smell it because you're watching a video, but if you've cut the stuff up before, you know that smell. You can smell the citrus, the fish. Oh, life is good. Alright, so now I'm going to grab a spoon. Give this a nice mix. And get that fish. Oh, this is my mouth's watering. This, you smell the sesame oil straight away. I should get that out. Now you can eat this straight away. I'm going to pop this in the fridge. With how good it smells, I reckon I'll try for half an hour. But yeah, I'll leave this in the fridge for a bit. And if you look at that fish, I don't know where you can see the camera there, but you can see that's already starting to cook. It's going to be a tasty lunch right there. Alright, so we'll chuck this in the fridge and we'll come back to it shortly. I was out with Brian yesterday. We both got a mad feed and then we hit this point like, what else do we want to get? And I wanted a herring kale for ceviche. I do love the herring kale. So most people hate them. They're not well sought after, so definitely worth taking if you do enjoy them. And here he is there. He called me over and said, look, big one over here. So I shot it and then I get to the top and he says,
thanks, mate.
That's not the one I was looking at.
He'll do.
oh, so straight out of the fridge, ceviche. Check that out. Delicious. Alright, so ceviche goes really well with chips. Jenny's going to open the chips. So we've got CC today. very fancy stuff. Oh, look at that. Chips and ceviche. That's a pairing. Would you like to try the ceviche? Anyone test on me? She knows what it tastes like. She's a big fan. She loves it. Oh. Yum. There's one thing that goes really well with ceviche. Jen, you can take it if you want to eat it. Yeah, here, put it there. So I'm just going to grab a couple of things. And if you want to... There we go. There's two items. These two items. Very good. It's a margarita. So I don't think anything pairs with ceviche better than a good old margi. Now I've got my little shaker back out. Just squeeze my limes in. You'd like a ceviche, Jen? Like a margarita? So I'm going to use, for 2 people, 3 limes. So 1.5 for 1 person. So yeah, eating this a bit like a dip. I think it tastes phenomenal. It's really light and refreshing. It's got a bit of chili there, a bit hot. Just a great summer food, ceviche. And that herring tail, like I was saying, a lot of people they aren't interested in the fish, don't take it. I love it. And yeah, ceviche, I think it's just absolutely phenomenal. Did I use too much chili? Yeah. Tastes good, see? Perfect amount of chili. It's okay. Gonna do my limes. I'll probably fast forward this. Bit of ice, bit of cold stuff. I'm not really methodic about it, just grab a nice handful. If it's a hot day, maybe use a little bit more. So I really like this tequila. We want 2 shots of tequila in each drink. So this will be 4 shots of tequila. So more 120 mils. I hope I've got that much left. Otherwise we might have to have a slightly weak one. Perfect. Might have got another one after this. And then a single shot of Cointreau. So 2 of us, so what's 60 mils? Yeah, this shaker is perfect for making 2 margis, which is great. Because there's 2 of us. And then you got to shake it. So, full face, got a full face when you're shaking it. I know people think it's a real mystical thing, using a shaker and making a cocktail. People that don't before probably think this is really, really simple and nothing exciting. A lot of people get really excited when I make a margarita. So if you haven't made a margi before and you're making a ceviche, hey, make a margi. And then you can these ones out, go down the road. Let your imagination run bloody wild. You can see I've got that salt. So I'll grab 2 of my fanciest mugs, glasses. Use whatever you want. You can use plastic if you so desire, but I think you want to use glass because you just squeeze a bit of this extra lime juice on the rim of each glass. Oh, good stuff. Then dip it in stuff. Cheers. So, nothing like good margi to complement some ceviche. Yeah. So this is an absolutely stellar meal. You just snack on it, pick it as you go through the day, and that's what we're going to do. I've got more fish to fill it because I was lazy yesterday, I didn't fill it at all, so I'll probably snack this, have a few margis, fill it some fish. What more could you want before you go back to work? One thing I forgot to mention is it is a good idea to drain the juice when you're eating a ceviche. So it's fine to have it in there, all in there when you start, but as you juice to meat and veg ratio starts to increase, get rid of that juice and you can enjoy it a lot more. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy some ceviche, and go get some herring, Cale. They are a tasty fish. Enjoy.